A-list fashion criminals. Courtney Love.
Sure don't love that outfit.
In fact, I, Courtney, hate it.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, my God. Just put it away.
And Jodie Marsh. Hello, I'm Mylan Class, and this is Naked Fashion, the show that transforms bad celebrity style magically before your eyes. The quest for the perfect dress can be like searching for the Holy Grail. Nigh on impossible. But find that fabulous little number and you'll feel like you're sitting on a jewel-encrusted throne with a scepter in your hand. Get it wrong, and we'll all be shading our eyes from your reflective glare.
Oh.
Thankfully, we're here to help with a pinch of advice, a dash of kindness, and 2 giant handfuls of amazing computer wizardry. This unsuspecting TV presenter is about to feel the power of our extraordinary virtual wardrobe. Using real garments gathered from designer collections and high street stores, we can redress and transform badly dressed celebs before your eyes. We can reveal the flattering features that could have saved the stars, if they'd only known. It's Celebrity Paper Dolls, and the best bit is I get to play it under the guidance of my international panel of fabulous fashion experts. They've been poring over bad celebrity clubber from red carpets around the world. From the UK's award-winning Weekly Glossy, style director of Grazia magazine, Paula Reed. LA fashion assassins Heather Cox. And Jessica Morgan from fashion blog site GoFugYourself.com. And celebrity stylist and catwalk commentator Michael Shable. Are you ready, my little dumplings?
Sure.
Always.
Okay, then let's get it cooking. We start with Style Criminal. Our subject tonight should really know better. Her mother is one of the most stylish women on the planet, but has a lifetime of seeing her father in spandex clouded her vision. It's jewelry designer Jade Jagger who was spotted on a night out in this.
Ooh.
Shiny.
Very shiny.
My sunglasses. It's very intense.
Yes.
It's hot, and I don't mean that in a sexy way. I mean that in a white hot fire of 1,000 suns kind of way. It looks to me more like the necklace is a homing beacon from her planet. They're just bringing her up to tell her something important.
I mean, in her defense, I have to say, I have to stand up for the London girl here. There is a look in London that's very edgy. On another continent, it might be considered a little chav.
Yeah.
But it's kind of part of that devil may care, I'm gonna make my statement, and she's just doing her thing.
Okay, we've found a piece of footage to transform Jade's look on. Jessica, what would you like to see Jade in?
Well, I'm going to put her in a short, white Alessandro Dell'Acqua dress right off the catwalk at Spring, Summer '08. Sort of Asian-inspired. The pockets make it a bit mod. I just think it's sort of fresh-looking.
Okay, lovely work. Paula, what would you like to see her in?
I've gone for one of my, fail-safe designers. Alberta Ferretti never lets a woman down, always does a beautiful dress. And I've put her in a Spring-Summer '08 dress. One of the strongest elements of Alberta Ferretti's summer collection were these really techno fabrics, but used in a very traditionally feminine way. So that print is kind of stamped on in quite almost a kind of brutal way, almost like it's a bit of a tattoo on a very delicate fabric.
I love that. And the colour's stunning on her.
The colour is kind of almost a kind of poisonous green. So I think it's got that little rocky edge, which should make her happy.
I love the way you describe things. You make me want to eat it.
I went for something in a print because I think they're really big going into spring, and this is a Giambattista Valli white frock. And I just liked it because it had a certain flirty feel to it, especially at the skirt length, where it just kind of plays around her hips, which is her best asset.
Well, 3 gorgeous, glittering examples there. But Heather, you sat this one out. How would you advise me to choose from what you've seen?
This is a tough one. I liked Jessica's dress. Sort of got thrown off by the stitching on the shoulder. All I could think of was Dr. Frankenstein and his monster. I think the Alberta Ferretti was really pretty. The only thing that stopped me up there was the semi-horizontal wiggle in the middle. And I liked the color, but I think on the strength of how it flows on her body, I would recommend that you pick Michael's.
Okay, thank you. It's gonna have to be Paula that I go with. You had me at the words poisonous green. Let's just take a final look at the transformation to see the difference.
It drapes her really nice.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Well done, Paula. And Jade, I must say, that outfit gives me great satisfaction. Let's get comfortable, but not too comfortable. That's what Stuck in a Rut is all about, getting a celebrity to step out with a bold new look and ditch their cozy and potentially boring routine. Diminutive diva Mariah Carey undoubtedly looked good in dresses several sizes too small.
Oh, Mimi.
But though she may have continued growing, the dresses got smaller. And smaller still.
Oh, honey, no.
Panel, what do we think of those looks?
You know, for me, the thing about Mariah is she actually has a really great body. But, like, she squeezes it into things that are too small, and it makes her look bigger than she is.
She looks like somebody who's like, I could still fit into my size too, everyone. And it's like, no,
But that's
don't,
what I
though.
kind of secretly love about her. I just adore her. She wants to bring out the hoochie mama in me, you know? Every time I listen to her, I want the little halter lace top, I want a sawed-off jeans at the top, some kick-ass killer heels, and I just want to get down. She is kind of a one-note dresser, that it's all
Yes.
kind of variations of a theme, but it is kind of her theme. It's
And
like
she
brand
has got a look.
Mariah.
Would you not say that you can look at a dress in a shop and say, that's Mariah?
Absolutely.
Well, Heather, this is the woman whose dress sense you once described on your blog site as looking like a badly decorated hotel room.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm sure that was true.
Okay, well, how would you like to change her look?
I am putting her in something by Marc Jacobs. It is it's a black halter, as you can see.
Cute.
And it is cute on her. The reason I chose it is because I don't think I've ever seen her in a halter top. She always goes for that scoop neck so that everything's just bubbling up. And I sort of felt like this was her way of having her cake and eating it too with the cleavage. She, of course, will not listen to me, but that's her cross to bear.
I'm absolutely in love with the woman. I make no bones about it. So I just decided that it's time to emancipate Mimi from the samey that she wears all the time and put her into something that's a little bit more risque, a little bit maybe even, dare I say, avant-garde for her. And this is a really great Alexander Delacroix knee-length dress, which has got a really funky ruching, just kind of, you know, at the front, and it's got a keyhole in the back, so it kind of ticks all the boxes that Mariah really likes, like figure hugging and flesh bearing, but it's just that little bit more dynamic in the execution.
For me, she's as bland as white bread.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mariah
totally.
Carey bland.
Totally
I
bland.
can't sit next to this
Michael,
one.
sit on your hands.
She's so boring, and so I want to.
In what respect?
There's absolutely nothing memorable about her wardrobe. She is style-free, this woman. Okay. I've gone way out there left of field, and I've chosen a dress from the current season by British designer Giles Deacon. And we watched these dresses come down the runway. Everybody's like, oh, pretty dress. And then we got a little closer to the print, and the print is actually called Who Killed Bambi? And it's pretty controversial.
Dead deer on Mariah, it is controversial.
I love the irony, and I love that it's naughty, and I love that it's rebellious, and I love that it looks like a good girl dress, and in fact, it's absolutely fashion subversive.
3 very interesting looks there. Jessica, which one floats your boat? Which one would you advise me to pick?
I am so tempted by Paula's because like, the hilarious irony of it is almost too delicious to resist, but I think she would pass out. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Heather's. I think it's really flattering on her. So that would be my advice.
Thank you very much, Jessica. As much as I love the irony as well, I think I'm going to let Bambi live another day. So I'm going to go with the outfit that I still think suits Mariah, but gives her that extra special something. And that, for me, is also Heather's. So, let's see Mariah before and after.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
There you go, Mariah. Now, send in Whitney. Nothing delights us more than a happy ending. So, in Hasn't She Done Well, we investigate the stunning turnaround of a celebrity previously lampooned for the disastrous dress sense. Panel, can you guess who it is from these reminders of their dark days? Clue 1, the not even open heart surgery would keep me away from this party look. Oh. The I love Jesus, but I'm not sure the feeling is mutual look.
Oh, no.
The I couldn't decide which colour to wear, so wore them all look.
Oh.
Ooh.
Any idea who it could be?
My retinas are burned out, so I have no idea.
Oh, you've got no ideas whatsoever.
Kind of familiar, but I can't.
For me, it's the third one that looks familiar.
I just can't find the connective tissue. Is my problem.
I know.
I'm
And the
struggling.
hair is throwing me off.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I want to say like someone like Marsha Gay Harden or something
I
like
think
this.
it might be Minnie Driver.
That could be a good idea.
I think Jessica's right.
Well, time to put you out of your misery. I can confirm that that actually is Minnie Driver. You're right. And here she is after she learned her lesson.
Okay.
Bless her.
Fabulous.
I'll buy that.
I love that.
It's quite a spectacular change there. Why is this dress working?
There's just so much less going on with it. I think Minnie in particular has had a bit of an identity crisis in her career, though, because she, you know, is she a musician? Is she an actress? Does she do drama? Does she do comedy? Does she, you know, is she British? Is she LA? You know, where...
But surely that should give her lots of different options.
Well, I think until she's made up her mind, she just needs to plough one style furrow, and that's going to take a whole load of options out of her life and simplify everything.
I think she's just on the ascendancy again. She's just got a great new show that's doing really, really well. You know, so I think she's got a bit of momentum behind her, which is kind of carrying her into this present look right now. But if any of that should ever go off the boil for any particular reason, then I think, you know, there's just another train wreck outfit in her near future.
Is she being paroled or is she a repeat offender? Jessica.
I don't know. You know what? I'm on the fence, but I'm going to vote repeat offender.
Okay, Heather.
I'm not on the fence. I definitely think she'll be a repeat offender.
I would like to say that she wouldn't, because I think this is such a transformation. I'd like to think she's back on the straight and narrow, but I do understand the Fug's lack of confidence.
Michael, how are you going to judge?
Repeat, 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 repeat.
Do you know what? I've heard all your advice.
Oh, no.
I don't like where this is
Here we
going.
go.
And on this occasion, I'm going to have to decide that she is granted parole. Well done, Miss Driver. You're clearly now in control behind the wheel of the fashion mobile. Parole granted.
Until she crashes it.
Courtney Love is a feisty girl, unafraid to live in LA, thumbing her nose at its healthy lifestyle obsession. When it comes to rock chick, she rocks the part. But the hard-edged look was noticeably absent the day she turned up at court for violating her probation in this.
Oh, that's fooling nobody.
That's just not
I
good.
sure don't love that outfit.
In fact, Courtney, hate it.
It's time now for I Can Dress Myself, the section where we put right the wrongs done when a celebrity opens a wardrobe door without the aid of a stylist. Panel, what's going on here?
Oh, my God. Bad things.
A multitude of
Well,
things.
where did
I think
Get that cardigan.
not only is the skirt hideous and wrinkled, but you can see where it's sitting on her waist, and the cardigan just rests on it and then bumps around it. It's like you can see how poorly it fits her body. There's that ridge there right in the middle.
She also doesn't know how to handle a formal situation. She's
True.
utterly at sea, and she's making a big effort, and it's just firing off on all the wrong notes.
If she had worn something really smart, she would have gone into court feeling confident and that
Yeah.
she was going to be able to take care of this and that it was all under her control.
So we're looking for 3 different formal looks for Courtney. Paula, what can you do to rescue her from a long stretch in the style slammer?
I think for any woman going to court, it has got to either be a sharp dress or a sharp skirt suit. I've chosen for her a 2-piece suit from Givenchy. Givenchy is one of France's oldest couture houses, but it's headed up now by a young designer called Riccardo Tisci. He specializes in a kind of gothic, slightly rock chic look, but with all of Paris polish behind it. And so I think she could easily invest in something like that and not feel like she'd been thrown into her granny's wardrobe.
Well, I very much agree with Paul that you need either a skirt suit or a really sharp dress. So I went for the latter option and decided to not ignore the fact that she is of rock and roll lineage. And I've put her in this really hot Escada leopard print chiffon knee-length dress, which is belted at the waist.
That's statement dressing.
It is statement dressing. And it just, I think, wow, look at it go. This somehow just looks that little bit more pulled together, but still harkens to the Courtney Love that we know and love.
I kind of went with the same theory. I put her in something from Marks & Spencer. I was a little nervous about venturing into suit territory because sometimes suits come with that shoulder padding, and I sort of felt, with apologies to Ms. Love, that she did not need to look any more like a linebacker, so I didn't want to run that risk. I went with just a blouse that I felt like we could settle on her pretty simply without her having to do much work.
Okay, thank you. Well done, all of you. Jessica, you sat this last one out. So how would you advise me to choose a lovely outfit for Love?
These are all a huge improvement. I think she could go into court in any of these, and there are not going to be any headlines on blogs that are like screeching about how hideous she looks. I think I have to go with Paula. How can you turn down Givenchy?
You know, if I had his number, I would call him too.
Thank you, Jessica, for your advice. I've decided to go with the outfit that's not only formal, but extremely feminine, and that is Paula. I agree too. It's a fantastic suit. Well, let's take a look at how she's changed.
Oh, so much better. Yes.
Case dismissed. Being a fantasy stylist means being able to dress the person of your dreams in the outfit of their dreams. Personally, I'd like to take Brad Pitt's inside leg measurement, but I think that will remain where it should, a fantasy. So instead, my esteemed group of fashion fixers will get the chance to dress a top-notch celeb for a high-profile red carpet event. So let's see who they're styling tonight. Oh, it's a goodie. Actress Kim Cattrall, star of Sex and the City, is off to a grand charity party hosted by ex-Russian President Mikhail Gorbachev. Other guests include J.K. Rowling, Emma Watson, and Naomi Campbell. Paula, what would be suitable attire for this occasion?
Okay, that's an A-lister among super A-listers. If I was in her shoes, I would go for a Lanvin black dress.
Oh.
And Albert Elbaz just happens to be one of the most genius designers at work at the moment. And this dress is just gorgeous, incredibly simple. It makes her body look stunning. And then that very simple, well, it's a stunningly large jewel detail just at her tweed. But no, I think she can carry this off fantastically well. It's a dress I would love to have, so I am projecting my fantasy onto Kim Cattrall.
Michael, what's your fantasy for Kim Cattrall?
I don't know if I have many fantasies for her personally, but dressing, that's an entirely different matter. I've gone for a really beautiful red dress, which is gathered at the midsection and just really pulls her figure in, gives her a lovely womanly shape, and makes her look dead sexy. Now, I too have gone for a big name, but maybe on the other end of this style spectrum, this is Marks & Spencer. It might be last season, but these sorts of things are floating around, and it's a perfect example of a sexy dress with a confident woman equaling wow.
Wow. All right. I'm putting her in a Diamond Furstenberg dress. It is from Autumn/Winter '07. It's called the Sevilla Ruffles dress. So you can see it has a lot of ruffling at the neck, and it's got this great ruched-in waist. It's fancy enough for this sort of gala. She's going to be comfortable, but still looks sort of beautiful and young.
Heather, you sat this one out. How would you advise me to choose a dress for Kim?
I loved the red on her, but I have to say, I think that if you're gonna go to an event and you're maybe gonna cross paths with or stand next to Naomi Campbell, you better bring it. So I'm recommending Paula's choice of the Lanvin bling. I think that is possibly the thing that is gonna make her pop in that crowd the most.
Okay, thank you very much. Fantastic advice there. And this occasion, I believe you can't beat an LBD, and the bling makes it all the better. I, too, am going to go with Paula. It's my night. Now, remember the event? Attended by some of the most famous people in the world. What did Kim actually choose to wear?
Oh, my God. Wow.
Little charity gala on the prairie.
I don't even know where to start with that. She looks kind of like, I don't even know.
Looks like she wandered off an arts commune.
Maybe Naomi Campbell sent this to her as a gift, as a way to, like, ensure that she looked really bad.
Let's have a look at the two together.
Oh, my God.
It's a long time.
So, Kim, please remember, a girl should always try to be sexy in the city. It's almost the end of the show, but we still have time for another classic couture calamity. Yes, it's time for the Hall of Shame. And have we got a humdinger for you tonight? Not one, but two dubious designs. And all you have to do is work out who it is. So here you go. Clue 1. She claims to have an IQ of 138. Clue 2. Famous for taking her top off, she's quite vocal about the naturalness of her assets. Here's our house model, Morgan, and she has a clue for you.
I know who it is.
There you go, two.
I think I know who it is.
Yep.
Jessica, you're flummoxed. Paula, no idea. Okay, so Michael and Heather, 1, 2,
Shall
3.
we go for it together?
I don't know if I got it right.
Jody Marsh.
Oh, yay! Of course it's her!
Totally her.
Well done, you're absolutely right. It is glamour model Jody Marsh, and here's what she wore to a recent red carpet.
Oh,
This is so...
awful.
This is close! Not safe for children!
Oh, turn away, turn away.
No.
I'll destroy you.
This is how not to wear a belt. You've broken Jessica. Stop it.
It's just accessories. Oh my God, that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
And if that wasn't bad enough... I can't believe you've never seen that.
It's just so big, but it's so
Tonight, my award for services to style goes to... Paula! For being able to spot a fashion winner at 20 paces.
This dress is just gorgeous, incredibly simple. It makes her body look stunning. It's a dress I would love to have, so I am projecting my fantasy onto Kim Cattrall.
You win a year's supply of fake tan.
We scraped it off the beach after Jodie had come out of the water.
I'm so proud to have this. That's all we have time for. Do join us again to sort out the garment gaffes of the great and the good on Naked Fashion. Good night.